Hello friends, welcome all of you once again in this program called Shams Ka Salam, and today we have CJ all the way from Australia. So we will be talking today with the CJ. Welcome CJ on this program.
Thanks for having me on your podcast here, Shams. G'day everyone, my name is Clarence McCarthy Grogan. I'm from Darwin, Australia, and I play for the UTA Movin Mavs. And I've met Shams about 2 or 3 years ago when he came over with the Global Sports Mentoring Program, and that's where our friendship started. So great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely, CJ. I remember we met in UTA, and you were the loveliest person who took me to the barbecue spring, and I remember that day. So it was really lovely moment to meet you and have some interesting time with you, and especially chicken barbecue. So that was really some good stuff.
Yeah, it is a good barbecue, isn't it? I really enjoy it as well.
Yeah, that's fine. CJ, I want to ask you a few questions. Hope I'm audible to you. So friends, those who are listening to us today, we will be talking with CJ, and he's a wheelchair basketball star who represented UTA and now playing for various clubs. So today we will be asking him few questions. So first question, CJ, tell us about your one best childhood memory.
One of the best childhood memories is probably when I first started playing wheelchair basketball. I never heard about it. I started playing able-bodied basketball, and it was my coach at the time that had told my parents about it. And the first game I ever played, probably one of the most fun times, I guess, is when I first jumped in a wheelchair, or basketball chair that is, and played my first ever game of wheelchair basketball. And I remember it as if it was yesterday. And I remember scoring 2 baskets, and yeah, it was a really cool feeling because I was only 11 at the time, and you know, it's just one of those things that changed my life ever since.
Wow, thank you. Did you as a child aspire to what you are doing today professionally?
Did I aspire to be what I am today? Is that what you're asking? Sorry?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure really. I mean, I've always wanted to just play at a high level of wheelchair basketball. You know, whatever level that might be, or you know, whatever level it was going to look like when I was a kid. But you know, at that point, I just wanted to try my best and see how far I could go with playing the sport. And you know, I'm just very grateful to be in the position that I am today. I've been given such wonderful opportunities to travel the world and play wheelchair basketball. I've been to some amazing countries that I never thought I'd ever get to visit because A, it's expensive to travel a lot, but B, also because just of what I was going to do as I got older. So I wasn't sure. Still, both of my parents were journalists when I was younger, so I guess looking up to them a lot, I wanted to be a journalist as well. I originally went to UTA to study journalism, and that ended up changing. I changed my major because I took a class or 2 of public health classes, and ever since I took those courses, it just broadened my way the world is, and just Coach Garner and Dr. Garner as well, his wife, she was very influential to me to follow the public health courses and take those classes on board. And I've had time learning over there at UTA, and it's been an awesome experience.
Oh, wow. So this is something amazing, from journalism to public health. Yeah. CJ, that's interesting. CJ, one more thing I want to ask you. First of all, let us know, let the world know what kind of disability you are having. And two questions. Second one is, what do you feel about using a wheelchair? Because back in India, if you are on a wheelchair, it's something like it's a bad thing. People don't think it's good. So what is your opinion on using a wheelchair? Please give us your.
Sorry, Shams, I missed the first question. I heard the second question though, about using a wheelchair.
Yeah,
just cut out a bit there.
Yeah, okay. So CJ, first question, what kind of disability you are having?
Okay, so what disability do I have?
Yes.
Yes. So I was born with fibula limb deficiency. Now, what that means is that my right leg didn't form properly. It also means that it's a fair bit shorter than my left leg. But my left leg is also partially affected as well from my disability. And it means I require my everyday wheelchair a fair bit of the time now. As I've gotten older, my legs can't really cope, especially when I started getting into high school. Before high school, I was always very energetic and playing a lot of different able-bodied sports, but then my upper body started to grow a bit more and my legs weren't able to cope as much. So that's why it requires me to use a wheelchair every day anyway.
Great. Thank you, CJ, for making all this clear. But my second question, like, do you feel sometimes ashamed or something while using wheelchair? And what is the public opinion in your country if a disabled person or if any person is using wheelchair?
Mm-hmm. No, look, I don't feel ashamed of using a wheelchair. I was born with my disability, so I haven't had a chance to learn a different way of life. I've had a disability for 27 years now since I was born, so I never experienced being able-bodied, I guess you could say. So I don't have a perspective of that, or I don't have an understanding of that way of life. But I think at the end of the day, we all have our own obstacles that we need to overcome and get through in life. So whether it's, a physical disability, a personal in our personal lives as well, relationships, it doesn't matter. We've all got our own obstacles that we need to overcome. And I don't think having a disability should be any different. It's a part of life, and I make do with what I've got, and I was born with it, and I'm going to show people what I can do rather than focus on the things that I can't do. And I think that's how everyone should look at the way of life actually is. We focus, I think generally we focus too much on the negative side of things, and it's not really a great mindset to have, but you can be a realist at some points in your life, of course. I think you've definitely just got to get out there and show people what you can do. And on top of being a realist, it is good to be a bit optimistic. But end of the day, like we as athletes at UTA, we always go out and help educate, even just the students within our community. and people within our community, just showing them, hey, we have a physical disability, but forget that side of it. Come look at what we can do. And I think that's just how everyone should really think, because I think there's so much more that we can you're not going to get far enough.
Yeah. CJ, one more question to you. You are the epitome of positivity, but are there days when you feel blue?
Yeah, look, I think we all have our days where you don't want to get out of bed, or you don't want to go to work, or you don't want to go to school, and there's gonna be those days. We're human. It's gonna happen. But I think at the end of the day, if you have a positive mindset, that's just a little speed bump in your life. Those down times that you have, all those dark days, and I believe that there's always light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how bad the situation is, and you've got to find something that gets you through in life. And for me, that was playing the sport of wheelchair basketball. That's been the vehicle that I've used to get me from my hometown to being a student at UTA and playing for the Movin Mavs. If I didn't play wheelchair basketball, I don't know what I would be doing. But I don't really think about that, because I've had so many positive experiences. I can't sit back and think of the few negative experiences I've had bring me down, because there's so much more to life than sport. But at the same time, I've really enjoyed all the wonderful opportunities I've been given because of wheelchair basketball. And that's the only way that I can really think. I can't focus on the negatives.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm agree here with you, CJ. And yes, CJ, you are such a inspiration for millions of people across the world. But who is the biggest inspiration for you?
Oh, the biggest inspirations to me, Shams, is my parents. My parents they're hard workers. They didn't grow up living an easy childhood, but they're both very successful in what they do now. Is they're hard workers, but I look up to them because they give me a lot of really good aspirations, I guess, to look at in life. But also they're just they've looked after me my whole life, our family, and I think I couldn't have any more support from my parents. They've been supportive throughout my whole life, and I wouldn't be here without them. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, CJ. Our parents play a major role in our life. And yeah, salute to your parents and you. So CJ, what do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, generally, I like to take a lot of naps. If you ask my teammates, anyone that knows me, I generally like to catch up on naps if I have a bit of free time. But besides that, Shams, I just like to just chill out with friends or my girlfriend and just watch movies and hanging out with friends. Really, I don't have too much downtime to really have to myself. I'm always doing things. I'm always out and about, and that's my personality. I've always been around a lot of people, and I guess also because I'm family as well. So I'm very family oriented, and I'm always used to just having a team playing, or being part of a team, I should say. And it's just good. Whether we're on the court or off the court, I still love hanging with my girlfriend or hanging with my teammates as much off the court as much as I do on the court. So, my teammates generally end up becoming my best mates and my brothers, because that's just how it is. We understand each other a lot, and we know that we've got each other's backs on and off the court, looking out for each other. And that's the beauty of playing sports. You create a lot of friendships and relationships, and whether it's in the same country or on the other side of the world, it's amazing. Being at UTA, it's opened more doors for me, but created more friendships that I know will last for lifetimes. And on top of being able to create those friendships with my teammates, other people came into my life as well, and that was such as you and Leroy coming to UTA with the Global Sports Mentoring Program. And I know that once I finish up at UTA after my last year coming up, I know that Coach Garner and Dr. Garner will always be there for me. And that's just the beauty of sport. It brings people together, and that's what I love about sport.
Absolutely, I agree with you, CJ. You are amazing, and whatever you say, and I know you are very good. You can cook very well, and I know you serve me a lot. So that's amazing thing you are doing, man. CJ, next question to you is: where do you see yourself in doing in next 10 years?
In the next 10 years, I think it's tough for me at the moment to really look that far ahead. I have thought about a few things, but I think it's tough at the moment for me personally, just because I'm not really living in one country permanently or one specific city at the moment because I'm studying at UTA and coming back to Australia each year to play in the National Wheelchair Basketball League. And I'm based in Sydney, which is about 4.5 hour flight from Darwin. So being back home in Darwin now it's been great because I haven't had the chance to live here for quite some time. But yeah, I think at the moment the next 6 to 12 months. So I couldn't really answer the 10 years question, but my goal for this next 12 months is to finish off at UTA really well and get my degree there in public health.
Yeah. CJ, one message you would like to give to our world?
Sorry, Shams, you just cut out there, mate.
Yeah, I said one message you would like to give to the entire world.
What would I like to give back to the world? Or
no, message. One message, because this is a
what message?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, what the message I would probably like to give to people, or people that I've come across, is try and find the positives in life, because there's so many opportunities if you have a positive mindset. But the way the world is at the moment, of course there's still a lot of restrictions in countries and cities around the world, but we can't focus on what we don't have. We need to focus on what we have and what we can make with it and what we can do going forward. So I think that's my message, is find what's in your control, but at the same time, don't worry about things in life that's out of your control. And I think that's what's pretty much gotten me through life is, especially the last 5 or 6 years, I've learned that if something's out of my control, I'm not really going to worry too much, because there was nothing that I could have done more or nothing that I could have done to change the outcome. So, just worry about what we can control, really, and we can only go forward from there on.
Absolutely, I agree with you, CJ. Thanks so much, CJ, for joining us and sharing your thought with us. I wish you all the best and keep inspiring us, man. You are a champ. I met during my UTA time, and thanks a lot. Thank you, Dr. for giving me the opportunity to meet this amazing person. And love you, friends. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
No worries. Thanks, mate. Have a good day, Shams.
You too, man. You too.